Hello students, I'm back again for the chapter 8 quadrilaterals. In this video we will see little bit introduction and properties of different quadrilaterals. So let's begin. Hello students. So after chapter 7 we will start a new chapter, that is chapter 8, and that chapter is quadrilateral. Okay, quadrilateral. So what is quadrilateral? So quadrilateral means any four side. If I draw this one, so any four-sided closed figure is called as a quadrilateral. Okay, four-sided closed figure is called quadrilateral. Okay, and this is a simple example. I have drawn a diagram here. And next, when we come towards the types of quadrilateral, so first type is trapezium. Okay, so what is trapezium? Trapezium will consist of at least one pair of opposite side will be parallel. If I draw for better understanding, so this is at least one pair that is parallel here. If I draw another diagram for trapezium, so in this diagram, which one is parallel? This and this one. So at least one pair of opposite side will be parallel. Okay, so next, if we move towards the next type of quadrilateral, that will be kite. Kite is also a one type of quadrilateral that has four-sided closed figure. Okay, so if I draw the figure of kite, so this one is the figure of the kite. So in this quadrilateral, two pairs of adjacent sides will be equal. That means these are the two adjacent sides. Okay, starting from a same point here. So this one and this one will be equal, and then after this one and this one will be equal to each other. So in kite, two pairs of two pairs of adjacent side will be equal. The adjacent side should be equal. Okay, so next, if I talk about the next type of quadrilateral, that is parallelogram. So parallelogram means a quadrilateral consisting of two pairs of opposite sides parallel. If I draw this one, so it has two opposite side will be equal, parallel to each other. Okay, so any figure that has a pairs of opposite side, two pairs of opposite sides are parallel, then it can be said as parallelogram. Okay, I can draw anything. Suppose I have drawn rectangle also, I have drawn square also. Okay, so these are the figures that resembles about the parallelogram. Just we have to see that any two pairs of opposite sides are parallel or not. So here this one is parallel, this one and this one, here. So if it is coming, then it will be named as parallelogram. Okay, so next will be rhombus. What it is? Rhombus. So rhombus, it is similar to square. Okay, if I draw this one, a square, it can also be said as rhombus, and little bit tilted of square, it can also be called as rhombus. Why? Because in rhombus, all the sides will be equal. Okay, all the sides will be equal, and two pairs of opposite side will be parallel. So this will have the same meaning of the square. If I take the another type of quadrilateral, that is a square. So in square, all the sides are equal, and one dissimilarity will be between the rhombus and square will be its corner angle. Corner angle will be how much? It will be 90 degree. But in rhombus, it is not. But then also, if any quadrilateral has four sides equal and opposite two pairs of opposite sides are parallel, then we can say that it is a rhombus. And if you talk about directly about the square, so all the sides need to be equal and two pairs of opposite side will be parallel, and one most important thing, that is the corner angle should be 90 degree, otherwise they are same. Okay, so in parallelogram also one similar figure is coming here in terms of types of quadrilateral, that is rectangle. So rectangle also has the similarity between the parallelogram. So if I draw the diagram for rectangle, so it will be like this, and then after, if the definition comes for the rectangle, it will be two pairs of opposite side will be parallel and two pairs of opposite sides are equal to each other. So that means this one and this one is equal and parallel, and this one and this one will be equal and parallel. So till now we have the same definition of parallelogram and rectangle, but if I talk about only rectangle, its corner angle has to be how much? 90 degree. Okay, so this is the dissimilarity between the parallelogram and rectangle in about the corner angles. Here corner angles may not be 90 degree, but if parallelogram will have the two pairs of opposite side are parallel, then we can say that it is parallelogram. And rectangle also has the same property as the parallelogram, but if we need rectangle, so we need to show that corner angle is 90 degree. So in case of rhombus and square also, all the things are similar, but only in the case of square we need to show that they will have a 90 degree angle in the corners. All the angles will be 90 degree. Okay, so next we will see some of the conditions. Okay, conditions for each and every type of quadrilateral. Okay, so first we will talk the condition of the parallelogram. Okay, if we know the definition now, so if I draw a parallelogram, so if I name this one A, B and C, D, so here according to the definition of the parallelogram, its two pair opposite side will be parallel. So AB will be parallel to CD, and then after AD should be parallel to BC. So if it is happening in any diagram, so we can say that it is a parallelogram. Okay, so this is the first condition to be a quadrilateral, to be a parallelogram. Okay, and then after, its opposite side need to be equal. That means AB, this condition is 2, AB should be equal to CD and AD should be equal to BC. Its opposite side need to be equal. Then what is the next condition we have? That is, each pair of opposite angles are equal. So this one and this one, this angle and this angle has to be equal. Okay, so here if I take the opposite angles, angle A should be equal to angle C, then after angle B should be equal to angle D. Okay, next case, number 4th condition, of which a quadrilateral will be a parallelogram if each pair of diagonals. So if I draw the diagonals here, it will be drawn joining the opposite vertex of the parallelogram. So I have joined AC and BD. So AC and BD are two diagonals here, and what it will do, it will bisect each other. Okay, so that means AO will be equal to CO and OD will be equal to OB. So you have already got the term bisect. That means it will divide any line or any angle into two equal parts. So now here we are dealing with the lines. Okay, so BD and BAC are the two sides or two diagonals, and if they are bisecting each other at point O, then AO will be equal to CO, then after DO will be equal to BO. So these are the necessary conditions when, if a given quadrilateral, we have to prove that it is a parallelogram. Okay, so whatever types of quadrilateral were there, we have discussed already. whatever properties are there. Okay, what is the definition of that quadrilateral? Now, as we have introduced the diagonal here, and you have known that what is diagonal here, so we will see what are the properties of rectangle, square and rhombus using the diagonals. Okay, so we will discuss about rectangle, and then after square, and then after rhombus using the diagonals. What can be the property if diagonal is drawn in rectangle, square and rhombus? Other things, other definition, what is rectangle, what is square, what is rhombus, we have already discussed just earlier. Now we will see according to the diagonals how it has made changes in rectangle, square and rhombus, that we will see. So if diagonal is drawn in the rectangle, so what it can have? So in rectangle, diagonals are equal. Okay, these are the condition in rectangle. Whatever other condition I have told, that it has, okay, you can go towards the definition whatever we have discussed just earlier in this video. Okay, I will not repeat because after doing that our video will be long enough. Okay, so just see by reversing the video about the definition. So here new things has came here, diagonals are equal in rectangle. Okay, so the same thing in square, diagonals are equal, that is number 1 point, or you can say the condition in square, diagonals are equal. Then after number 2 condition is diagonals bisect each other perpendicularly. Okay, so perpendicular means they will make a right angle at the center. Okay, this is the diagram of parallelogram. Then also I have shown here, so this is the region where they will make the 90-degree angles. Then after number 3 is diagonal bisect the angles of square. Okay, so all the 4 corners angles of square will be bisected by the diagonals. Okay, let's move to the rhombus here, what it has effect of diagonals in rhombus. So diagonals are equal here also. Okay, diagonals are equal in rhombus, and then after diagonals will bisect here also. Diagonals bisect each other perpendicularly. Okay, so then after the last thing, diagonals bisect the angles of rhombus. Okay, so diagonal will bisect the rhombus. So if you see the property of square and rhombus, so they have the same property here. Only the difference between the square and rhombus is the corner angle of square will have the 90-degree angles, and in rhombus it will not have the 90-degree angles, the corner angles. Okay, so I hope you have understand the properties and conditions of the parallelogram, rectangle, square and rhombus, and what about their definitions. Okay, and then after, so last thing we will see in this video, that is the angle sum property of property of quadrilateral. Okay, so in angle sum property of quadrilateral, what we have here, so if I draw a quadrilateral, any quadrilateral you can draw which has the four side. Okay, so here if I say the name of the quadrilateral as ABCD, so we have the angles A, B, C and D. So what it will have, if I add all the angles, it will give us a sum of 360-degree angle. Okay, so this is the angle sum property of quadrilateral, that if I add all the angles of a quadrilateral, they will give how much? They will give 360-degree angle. Okay, so this much about the content of this video. Okay, we have discussed several types of quadrilateral. We have discussed about the angle sum property of quadrilateral. We have discussed about the conditions where we can say that a given quadrilateral is a square or rhombus or a rectangle or a parallelogram, okay, or trapezium. So our next video will give you more explanation about many topics from this chapter. We will discuss about the solutions of different exercise, and in that exercise, in that questions of each exercise, we will be seeing, or we will be coming across several properties of several types of quadrilateral. So keep watching the videos whatever I will be uploading, so that you will have the knowledge over this chapter. Okay, thank you and take care.